Good morning, my friends. I'm Clover, and this is Genuinely Approachable Sudoku, and today we are solving New Year Who Dis by Philip Newman. This is Philip's traditional New Year's Thermo Sudoku. So we have normal Sudoku rules. That means we're placing the digits 1 through 9 once each in each row, each column, and each outline 3x3 region. And then we also have some thermometers in the grid. And along each thermometer, starting at the round bulb and moving towards the tip, the digits have to increase. And that means we can do this type of pencil marking, where we have increasing options for each cell. And the reason I knew to do 3 digits in each cell there is because this is length 7. And if you take that number and you subtract it from 10, that will immediately tell you how many digits to jot down on each cell. It's just a little bit of a shortcut. So I'm going to do that for all of these length 7 thermometers, because I know that they have to increase, so that limits what can possibly be in each of the cells. And then this one is only length 6, so I have to put a few more digits in there. That's going to have 4 options in each cell. Okay, now it's a little bit tricky in this particular puzzle to figure out where to look next. We're going to clean up our pencil marking a touch first, so I'm going to eliminate 7s here because there's a 7 in the row. I'm going to eliminate 6s here, here, and here, and that's going to tell me that this can't be a 7 anymore, so this has to be an 8 or a 9. And also this can't be a 5 anymore, so that's a 3 or a 4, that's now a 2 or a 3, that's a 1 or a 2. And so now this is where we're going to get rolling with this puzzle, because we have a 1, 2, 3 triple in this row. That makes this a 4, and that's going to proliferate along that thermometer because all of these are now at their maximum. So I can remove now 6 and 9 from everything in that column. This can't be a 5 because there's a 5 in the region, so that is a 7, 8. So that, therefore, this can't be a 7, that can't be a 6, that can't be a 5, and that cannot be a 4. Okay, that also can't be an 8 because I just placed an 8 in region 5. So this cell can't be a 7 anymore, which takes care of the rest of these. And that makes this one a 3. And now, that's not an 8. That's not an 8 because there's an 8 in its column. I need a 7 somewhere in region 2, and I have 7s in rows 1 and 2 already that rule 7s out of these cells, so that's going to place a 7 right here and give me a 7 and 8, and also resolve this into a 6. And now I only have one more position in this entire region that could possibly be a 7, and that's going to be right there. This can't be a 4 because there's a 4 there, so this is the only position possible for a 9. I have a 5 right there, so that's not going to be a 5. And that's not a 3. That's not a 2. Okay. So, on to the next phase here. And that means I have to try to recall what I did next while solving this. These can't be 8s because there's an 8 right there. So that's going to be my 8. And so these are going to be 4, 5, or not 4, 5, and 9, 6, 5, and 9 to finish off this row. That's not a 9 and that's not a 6 if you look at the columns. So these have to be 1, 2, and 9 to finish off this region. And that's not a 9. I have a 3, 4, 5, 6 here. Oh, and that one can't be a 6. I knew I could eliminate one of those 6s. So this has to be my 6. Okay, so that's not a 6 either. That makes this a 6. And that tells me that the digits remaining in this row are from 1 to 8, 9. This is not going to be an 8 or 9, and this is not going to be an 8 or 9 because there's an 8 and 9 in that column and in that region. So now that makes these guys 9 and 8 in that order, thanks to the 8 right there. So that's now a 4, 5 pair. This isn't a 9, so I can place a 9 in this region. And I need a 1, 2, 3, and 6 here, I believe. Okay. Now, I need a 7 in this row, and it can only go right here, which resolves this. These are going to be from 1, 2, and 4 if you look at the column. These are all from 1, 2, 3, 4, but that can't be a 1 or a 2 because it sees those in its row. And then these are from 3, 4, 5. I have a 5 in column 5 already, so that makes a 3, 4 pair in this row. That's now a 5, and I have a 3, 4 pair vertically too, which resolves these. Now, this has to be bigger than 3, so it's a 4. Therefore, those are not 4s. And because I've placed a 5 in this row now, that's a 4, that's a 3. And now we know which way around those go. Alright, now these guys, one of those has to be a 1, and it can't go down here because of the 1 in that region. So that's a 1, and that is an 8. And now I need a 3 and a 9 to finish off that region. I need a 2 and a 5 to finish this column, and I need a 6 and an 8 here, which are in fact resolved. Those can't be 6s, so that's going to be my 6 in the region. And here I need a 3 and a 4, which resolves this. 1 and 2 there. This is now a 1 because it sees a 2 and a 4 above it. These can't be 1s because there is a 1 in their row, which takes care of all this. In this column, I am going to need a 5 and an 8, and in this column, I am going to need a 1, a 2, and a 7, which all resolve based on what appears in the rows next to them. That's now a 6. These are 3 and 4 to finish off the row. And my last 2 digits in the puzzle are 1 and 2. And that is how you solve Philip Newman's lovely first puzzle of the year, New Year Who Dis. If you want to try that one yourself, the link is in the description below this video. And I will see you again in 3 days.